And there it is. It's a big box. And it is big. What's up, Sergio? What's up, non-fan? What is up, tripod? That is a big box. It is pretty big. And I need to get a proper blade in my... Yeah, that's a sharp one. In my utility knife. And of course, I hate these kind that don't work proper. There we go. What's up, Viking? Yeah, it actually came earlier this morning-ish, late morning, early afternoon. I can't remember what time it was. My brain is fogged. My mother's birthday is today, and my brothers all decided to have a big birthday party for her on Sunday. So, of course, that puts me into having to do everything. They don't get how much work it takes on my end to deal with her to, clean the house up a little better and get it ready for everyone, which everyone's going to end up in here. They always do. Wherever my stuff is where all my brothers and nephews and nieces, they all hang out with me more than they hang out with her. That's funny. Anyway, I'm thinking about opening that garage door. I left it closed. The other one's actually open. But let's see, is it going to blow out the camera? It's getting dark out. So it might not be that much light. Is that going to blow out the background? It is blowing it out, ain't it? Not that I need it open. I just figured it would be a little bit more light. I actually put 2 new light bulbs in this morning just before it got here in that area, because that area where it is not well lit. But what's up, Bionic? Rover, how is everybody today? Rover's the only one over on YouTube. Everyone else is on Twitch, Rover. We do Twitch now. I do Rover. I do both. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to close that door because it's just too bright out still. I have the fan going, and the other windows are open, and the other door is open. This door is open. It's not really blowing it out, although the tools are blocking most of it. This camera is so much better than the stock one on this laptop. And I'm thinking I'm going to film it with a regular old Canon here, and maybe make an actual YouTube video of it when I go and actually unbox it and put together. I don't know how far I'm going to get. My leg is absolutely killing me, which is why one of the main reasons I didn't do it earlier. That and I just had a bunch of crap to do. And I took a nap. I did take a nap, and I will happily admit it. I'm an old fart, and I took a nap. I got about an hour's nap this afternoon. Because it's kind of warm. It's not miserable here like it was yesterday, but it's kind of warm. Got my Logitech Pro 9000 working on Win 10. Don't even know what a Logitech Pro 9000 is, but sure. I'm guessing it's a camera of some sort or another. Good for you. If you had a Mac, you could just plug it in, it would just work. There's no getting it to work, it just works. Or it doesn't. Some stuff just doesn't. I will admit, there's stuff that just doesn't work on a Mac. Most of the Logitech stuff does, though. Anyway, we will BS for a few minutes. Yeah, you guys got to see. It's funny. Yesterday, we were supposed to be kind of cool or hot but dry, and it was hot and freaking humid, and humidity broke like, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at night yesterday, and it started cooling off. It got really cold. It was almost cold last night. It was in like the upper 50s, low 60s here. I was actually cold. I had the window fan going, and I had to turn it off. That's how cold it is. I like the cold. I sleep best in the cold. I had to turn the fan off. That's how cool it was. And then this morning, it was absolutely gorgeous until about, I don't know, 10, 11. And they're like, oh, today's going to be low or upper 70s. You might hit 80 in the inlands. The shore won't get above 75. And it's going to be super dry. It's going to be like the best day of the year. And it was okay until about lunchtime, and then it got freaking humid. And it's pretty humid here. I mean, it's been worse. It's not the worst it's ever been, but it's definitely more humid. And even this, I mean, it's always humid here because I live on the shoreline. And the water's like less than a half a mile from that door. It's like right at the end of my driveway, basically. I mean, you can't see it because the train tracks are in the way, but it's there. And it's always humid here, but it was more humid today than it normally is in this area. Anyway, my leg's throbbing. I'm having to sit half sideways on this frickin' chair. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. We were supposed to get rain this afternoon. It was sunny all day. Didn't get a speck of rain here. Like, there's a couple of small counties up by the New York border. They got a little bit of rain, I guess. What's up, apocalyptic outpost? Yeah. So anyway, there's the pretty big box. It's a big box. I was so paranoid. I had an idea how big the box was. I knew if I had to, I could get it on a hand cart, that hand cart right there, and get it in here. I've moved bigger things with it. I also knew it would be extremely uncomfortable. The table saw was bigger and heavier, and I got that in here. Me and my brother did, but I've got the other bandsaw. Actually, the other bandsaw is literally right here. That's what the camera's sitting on, and that's almost as heavy. This is a full cast iron body. This is all cast iron, the whole body. Steel doors, not plastic. Solid cast iron bed, aluminum rails. This is almost as heavy as that one. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it is as heavy, because even though it's not as big, it's got more cast iron, I think. I think it's actually thicker cast iron than the new one is. And there's more of it. The whole body of this one's cast iron. I'm pretty sure that one's just the bow arm. So anyway, yeah. So I was concerned about bringing it, getting in here. I was hearing horror stories from I've been listening to a lot of horror stories from the Powermatic guys, and I follow them all on Twitter and freaking more on Facebook, absolutely, for that stuff. Powermatic, the Grizzly guys, especially Grizzly. A couple other ones. They're all saying the same thing. The shipping guys are a pain. You pay all this money, they show up. It's on some kind of flatbed. It's got no, tailgate lift on it. They won't help you unload it. They expect you to have a forklift. No one ever tells you, and they literally tell you they want you to have a forklift to get it off the truck, and you're supposed to know this. And, guys driving away with this thing still on the truck or just dumping it at the end of your driveway. This frickin' dude drove right up here. I mean, it's a big box truck. I mean, it was just a box truck. I was a little concerned it was going to be like a semi, but no, they bring it into state and then they distribute it on smaller trucks. But he came up here in a rather large box truck, which shouldn't be a problem. I mean, we brought modular houses up here on more than one occasion, like the whole house on modular trailers, like 4 or 5 of them. The house out back was 5. Anyway, so, big trucks can fit up here. It's just not easy. He backed it right up to the garage door. No problem. Put it on the gate. Put it on this little, you have one of those electric, forklift hand carts. It's a little electric one. Electric lift. I don't think it was electric, drive. But anyway, he tugged it right across the grass, looked at me, like, got it down off the tailgate lift, looked at me, where do you want it? I'm like, you need a hand? He goes, no, I don't even want you to touch it. You look hurt. And he fucking dragged it across the driveway because he backed up the other garage door because I already had it open. He was thinking that's where it went. He didn't care. Dragged it over, put it there, brought it in here, looked at it, said, do you want it here? Do you want it over there? Where do you want it? Made sure I was happy. I put it down. He's like, is that where you want it? Yeah. Thanks. He was the nicest freaking guy I've ever dealt with. He was happy. He just was a really, really nice guy. And he's like, yeah, companies keep saying I was like, wow, you showed up before I was expecting you to. They said you'd call like an hour before. He's like, yeah, you're the third person that said that. They don't never tell us to call. If I got the address, I just punch it in and I go. Like, whatever, dude, that's cool. But what a night. He was really, seriously, I've never had such a happy guy deliver something in my life. I swear to God. He was just really happy. I think it was also, I think he had one more box on the truck. I think I was the second to the last drop off. I think he was happy the day was over. Because this is the whole state's a cluster in the summertime. I mean, even though I'm a beach town, the whole state is full of like lakes and ponds, and I mean everybody in the summertime. The city's hustle and bustle on a Friday night, particularly in the summertime. So I think he just wanted to get out of traffic because most of the major highways here in Connecticut back up between like now and actually they start backing up about 3 or 4 in the afternoon on a Friday, especially on when it's nice. This weekend's supposed to be absolutely gorgeous, and like 9 o'clock at night, the highway is just backed up. Yeah, no, he was a big, huge black guy. He was freaking huge, and when I say huge, I'm guessing he was 6'2", 6'3" minimum, if not taller. Built. I mean, this guy had to have been. I'm gonna guess close to 300 pounds, if not over, and not fat. And he was. I would guess he was maybe 30. He was, mid younger. Really nice guy though. I mean, he was really nice. Made sure it was in the right place. It was awesome. I gave him $20, just cause. I always tip those guys anyways, if I can, especially if they're cool about it, because I know they don't get paid a lot. Although I guess shipping's getting paid pretty good now, but even still, well, we could, what is good and what they consider good are two different things. I have a feeling he's still only getting paid in his teens, maybe 20. Someone doing all that work, driving around all day long. I mean, driving's easy, sort of, but it's really not. I don't like it. I freaking hate driving. You'd have to pay me $100 an hour to drive, and I still don't think that would be enough. Anyway, there it is. Amish Nomi. What is up, Gnomester? How is life in the Gnome Land? Let's crack this puppy open. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to see the chat or anything here because the laptop's way over here and I have to go way over here. And I'm rolling around like a cripple on my freaking office chair. And I have to sit sideways because it's bothering my leg. But let's snap this puppy. Let's snap her open. I have a feeling I won't be able to completely unbox this because I have a feeling I literally physically won't be able to completely unbox it. They have a 14-part unboxing and assembly video on YouTube. It's amazing. And it's really, really well done. I mean, it's like for all you guys, it's like a Prusa manual. I mean, I'm not kidding. I've watched it like 3 times. I don't remember any of it. I don't know why I watch those because I never remember any of them. But it's really well done. Explains. It's almost too good, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's almost. You almost don't want to watch it because there's a bunch of information like, be safe, friends, 8 times. Like, some of it's almost stupid. Oh, look at that. Look at all the shiny parts. There's a lot of bags of shiny parts. Can you see all the bags of shiny parts? You guys can't see it. How close can I get this thing? I have the camera on the other bandsaw, which is on wheels. The hard part is there's a halfway decent cable on this camera, but it's not that long. And of course, the USB input is on the other side, and I'm caught on something of the laptop, and I don't want to pull the laptop away. That's about as close as actually I can get closer if I can get this thing out of the way and not roll over my snips. And that's about it, friends. Lock the wheels down so it don't roll away. But you can see a little better, right? You know what I can do, actually, now that I think about it? I have a really long cable now on the computer itself. I could bring the computer closer, even. That's a brilliant idea, Tom. Why didn't I think of that before? I can set it on the bandsaw with the camera. Close enough. Maybe I'll just pull the bandsaw to you guys. Funny. No, you're not the only crippled person on social media. In fact, you're not even the only amputee on social media. But you definitely, I don't want to say you got me beat, because I've got a lot of issues. But yours are definitely in the higher trauma, although mine are pretty trauma. Tools and handles. They give you their own little fancy Allen key wrench. And I'm going to put the blade down in the table saw. Move the fence out of the way. Ugh. Knock the magnet freaking thing over. My brother's going to yell about because he just bought it. But that's all right. And then I can put stuff on it. What is this? Holy crap. I know what this is. This is, I'm hearing a high-pitched hum. This is the fence guide, T-rail part right here. This is all cast iron. Okay, this thing might actually end up being heavier than the one I have, because this thing's cast iron. This thing weighs like, I'm guessing this is easily 5 pounds, if not more. Look, a manual. Now I'm going to actually use that. There's a lot on here. Holy crap. Yeah, this is going to weigh more. Okay, these are the wheels, that you adjust things with. That most are plastic. That frickin' thing is cast iron. Yes, it is not plastic. That is frickin' cast iron. Holy crap. The frickin' wheel is cast iron. That's a lot of weight. Although I gotta say, it's funny, I was talking about that the other day. I don't remember who I was talking to, but a lot of the cheaper bandsaws, the wheels, there's 2 wheels, basically like a bicycle wheel, top and bottom, and that's what the band rides on. The cheap ones used to be all out of aluminum, and the more expensive ones were out of cast iron. The thing is they're all out of cast iron now, because cast iron is cheaper than aluminum right now. What else do we got? The ruler. Cool. Ruler. And the fence rail. This is chromified, really gooey, oily steel. I can beat you over the heads with it. Yes, it is a heavy duty. It's literally made for resawing. If you don't know what resawing is, it's literally taking a log, like literally taking a log and feeding it through it to make boards out of a log. That's kind of what resawing is. It's taking big chunks of wood and making them into smaller chunks of wood, all organized. This is one of the things I really wanted with this, that this bandsaw doesn't really have. It's a resawing bandsaw, so it has this really tall fence. This is the fence I currently use on my bandsaw. That comes with this bandsaw. A little bit taller. Little bit taller. Just a tad. I need to lower this so it'll stop driving my knee nuts, which is probably better for the camera, actually, huh? So what are you guys all doing on a Friday night watching my dumbass? What is up, 3DHP? How is life? It's still kind of weird that I won this thing. I swear to God, when they first contacted me about this, I thought it was some kind of scam. Okay, holy crap. These are not lightweight, even though I am going to be taking them off rather quickly. These are the side panels to the legs to the stand right here, and they are not cheap sheet metal. I mean, they're sheet metal. They're not. They're not. They're not Home Depot sheet metal. They are not Craftsman sheet metal. This is a '90s, and it's not as thick as that. It's pretty thick. I mean, it's thicker than any of the new table saws, but not as thick as that. And let's take this one out of the old plastic. I do like the look of this. Too bad they have a wheel kit for this, which I really want, but it's like $190, and it's basically just 3 wheels. It's not even 4 wheels. It's 3 wheels with with a pivot point on one, so you can lift it up and roll it around. And it's just not worth it. I can build one for like $40 with like 1,000-pound wheels on it. I won it. It was Sergio. I won it on. It was like a Facebook, Twitter, social media thing. You just, there was a posting on social media, and it was Laguna. It was like, win a bandsaw. I'm like, what do you got to do? And it's like, just go like our page on Twitter and Facebook, and then go to our website and punch in this code. So I did, and it was like 6 weeks. I literally forgotten all about it. That's why when they sent me the confirmation I'd won, I was like, huh? Is this a scam? Well, why are you trying to scam me with a Laguna saw? I'm not that dumb. I literally, I don't know if you guys have all heard this. Most of you heard it. They sent it to me, and it was this Megan girl who's a social media, which I was supposed to actually contact. She was actually going to come in here, but she never got back to me. So I was going to tell her what time, but she never got back to me. Anyway, she sent me the email, said I won. She's a social media whatever head of Laguna, and I was like, who is this Megan broad? Why is she trying to spam me? And then I thought about it. I was like, did I enter a contest? So I started researching her, and you hit up all the little job site stuff to check on a person to make sure they're like legit or whatever, all the websites, and she kept coming up as employee of Laguna. I'm like, all right, they could have scammed this. And then I got a phone number for Laguna, and so I was like, you know what, I'll call them. And I call Laguna, and they're like, yeah, no, you actually won the saw. She works for us, and you won the saw. Your name is on our little file right here, and we were just waiting for you to verify you're going to accept it. I'm like, frick yeah, I'm going to accept it. A $1,600 bandsaw. Why wouldn't I accept it? I couldn't believe I'd won it. I mean, feet. The freaking feet are like massive bolts and washers. Massive. And out comes the table, and I know this is going to be freaking heavy. Because this is solid cast iron. Oh, there goes a hernia. Oh, crap. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All cast iron, polished. It is definitely bigger than this one. Quite a bit bigger. Where am I going to put this monstrosity? Let's put it over on the wooden bench over here. Because I don't want to set it on the floor where it's cast iron. It's probably not a good idea. The trunnions are installed on it. And it is covered in goo to keep it from rusting. And then let's take this humongous chunk of styrofoam off of here. This has got to be 4 foot long, if not longer. Holy crap, it is in here. Big old chunk. And there's the actual bandsaw. It is a monster. How far can I reach with this? Look at that puppy, huh? Isn't that pretty? It is huge. And that's what makes this, it really isn't, I don't know if you guys know anything about this stuff, but a bandsaw size, this is a 14-inch bandsaw, is based on the wheels. This is a different one because most 14-inch only have a 6-inch throat, which is why they call this a 1412, because they took the two wheels and they moved them 6 more inches apart. Like this saw, I can get a kit. This is bolted together right here, which you may not be able to see in the darkness, but it's bolted together right here. You can actually get a 6-inch extension to make this saw as big as this. The problem is everyone says it's a waste of money because the motor's too wimpy. And this chair's just going to roll downhill on me. So supposedly, the thing to do is just stand this up on the box. But I'm thinking I won't be able to without help. But I'm going to try. I don't think I'm gonna, but we'll give it a shot just for giggles. Oh, sure I can. No, I just want to make sure it doesn't just tip right out, and the cardboard box keeps getting in my freaking throat. Look at that, huh? You guys can't even see the whole thing, can you? The camera's not catching the whole thing. All right, cardboard box in the way, and it's gonna tip right out, ain't it? And just walk that puppy out. Oh boy. Not dragging on the concrete. And she's out. Sort of. Still sitting on the box. Box leaf. All right. That was easier than I thought. But supposedly, there's more stuff under here. But the other parts of the legs. But I don't see this styrofoam coming out easily. This thing's just big enough to be annoying to handle. I can hear it sliding down in there. Sergio, you must go through this sometimes with just air conditioning units. Imagine some of them things are almost as big as this thing, if not bigger. All right, one box out of the way. That's one big ass cardboard box. This thing is freaking huge. It is a freaking monster. Oh crap! That's one big bandsaw. I can't even get the whole thing in the film, in the frame. It's just too freaking big. Yeah, and it's what I call top of the line homeowner bandsaw. It's like top of the line of Grizzly, which I have here. Better than a Grizzly, or it's equal to the best of the Grizzlies. It's like a power, equal to like a Powermatic of the same size. It's just, it's small. As I'm sitting here saying it's huge. It's small for a bandsaw. It's a homeowner size bandsaw, 14 inches, kind of homeowner-y size. If you were a real wood shop, you have a 17 or 20 or 21 or bigger even. Yeah, well, that's the other problem is I'm kind of running out of room because I'm hoping to fix the van next week, and I need to bring it back in here. And at the moment, it won't fit in here because I now have 3 bandsaws here because my brother brought the little baby bandsaw, that one, the little baby bandsaw over there. Isn't it cute? It's a little 9-inch Ryobi that I completely rebuilt and restored for him, and it's all ready to go. We just need to get a actual blade for it. And yeah, this thing's huge. I don't know where to go to from here. It's big. It's really, really big. It's wee big, man. Wee. Let's take the other half of the legs. Oh, I'll like tape in here. Okay, what else is? I don't cut all the tape on this thing. Oh, yes I did. I mean, even these legs, I mean, they are just bent sheet metal, but this ain't like your normal thickness sheet metal. That's some seriously solid crap. That's like seriously solid. I kind of like their stand, other than there's no storage. There's no real way to mount wheels on it unless you buy their wheels. And my biggest thing, there's no storage under it, so it's a big waste of space to me. And I don't like wasting space. I have limited space, and this 16, 18-inch square could hold spare bandsaw blades and parts and sandpaper or whatever. All right. So wheels. I mean, legs. I gotta get off my knee for a minute. I'm like sweating. This thing's heavy, and it's warm in here. I have a fan going, but it's over there, not over here. I put a ceiling fan out here the other day. How very nice for me. Yay. An old $29 one I had in the other bay. I just moved it over. Yeah, just admire it for a bit. I think that's just what I'm going to do. I may semi-consolidate the packages. Wonder if I can put them side by side. For some reason, I don't think I can. Oh, God. The downside of boxes. Pretty new boxes. All right. It's a little bit less cluster. Move this thing back a little bit. Ease off here. Take this here pallet thing that's all busted up over here. Move this thing back a little more so it can be admired. It is big. It is I'm guessing it's over 4 feet tall without the legs. That's it, baby. One big ass black bandsaw. Should I take the bag off of it? Yeah. I wasn't gonna because I kind of wanted to keep it protected, but screw that. Let's take the bag off. Get the full view. Give it the full Monty. Holy crap, this thing's nice. That, my friend, is a monster-ass Laguna bandsaw. Tensioner. Open. This way. Look, wheels. That thing is sweet. I don't have the knob. Well, that don't work very smoothly. It's supposed to be one of their things, so this works really smoothly. I think this is because I got it too screwed up. And it's got the little door on the top and the clear window. I think it's sweet. Sweet! Sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Can't really see it, can you? It's all like bleached out. Do. That any better? Nope. Oh well. You're over it. Sweet, getting your X1 soon? That's freaking cool. Holy, sweating my ass off. So there are all the parts. These are supposed to be tuned and balanced cast iron wheels. And oversized double sealed bearings. All trued and rounded and all that. With nice tires, which they are. The only thing I don't have yet is a blade, which is coming on Sunday. I was going to mail order one, but it wouldn't come until Wednesday. And my brother lives about 10 minutes away from a woodcraft store. So I called the woodcraft store. Actually, I called my brother and said, hey, do you mind going to woodcraft? He's like, not at all. 10 minutes away. I'm going that way tomorrow anyway, so I'll pick it up on Saturday. So I called them this morning, and I said, do you have this and this blade? And they're like, yes, we do. I'm like, can you hold it and put my brother's name on it? Because he has no clue what I'm looking for. And they're like, yes, we can. What's his name? I will write it in a magic marker on it. We will keep it here until end of day Saturday. If he's not here on Saturday, I'll put it back in stock. I'm like, sweet. So my brother's going to go pick up a 3/4 inch and a 1/2 inch or a resaw blade for it. That thing is pretty. I forgot to fire up the other camera. Oh well, too late. No, too late. It is pretty. Can you sort of see it on there? Hard to tell on my little laptop camera. It's about ready to fall off the bandsaw. Laptop screen. But there it is. That's the bandsaw. Because it all depends on what you want and what you're using, and 99% of the time, the stock bandsaw blades are like you don't want them. That they're a waste of time, energy, and money. I was using the stock brand new bandsaw blade. I mean, it was 20 years old, but it was never even used on this bandsaw that the camera is sitting on. And I thought there was something wrong with the bandsaw. Everyone's like, no, just go buy a real blade. I went out and bought a real blade, and it was like night and day. It is almost too clean to get dusty. I agree with you. Well, I mean, I use this one pretty much daily, and it's pretty freaking clean. I bet it's not in there, though. Well, yeah, it is. I didn't expect it to be that clean, actually, because I was using this yesterday, and I didn't clean it out. It's probably dirtier down here. That's what. Oh, a little sawdust down there. Can you see it, or is it too dark? Yeah, you can sort of see it. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this one. If I'm just going to keep it, give it to my brother, or sell it. I kind of want to sell it because I kind of need the money. I kind of want to keep it because I'd kind of like to put a big, massive resaw blade on that bandsaw and a little finicky, freaking squirrely blade on this bandsaw. And that way I wouldn't be changing blades all the time, which is a major pain in my butt. But yeah, should I put the legs together? I am freaking sweating my ass off. Let's look at the manual. The manual. Oh, look. 1412 bandsaw. Uh-oh. It's got side instruction. Use the magnet blade tensioning guide. Install the blade on the bandsaw. Adjust the upper wheel just so much the blade is tight, but without any tension. The spring is not being compressed. Move the magnet scale to line up with the red arrow at 0. Now the scale is ready when you use a 1/2 inch blade tension to 1/2 inch. You should always use your own judgment and blade tension. The indicator is just a reference. We know that. What's up, Questilla? Do we know a Questilla? What is up, 3D Jeff? I probably will keep it for now. Well, I mean, my oldest brother has been kind of funding this whole endeavor. So if he wants it, I kind of want him to have it if he wants it. But the number one issue is it's darn close to as heavy as this, and I don't have a way to get it to his house. I mean, it took 3 of us to get it out of my other brother's house and put in his big pickup truck. This is, it's 5 foot tall on the stand. I could take it off the stand, but take it off the stand, pull the motor off, it like halves the weight. The motor's most of the weight. Because this is only this one here that the camera's sitting on, right underneath the camera, is only a 1 horsepower. This is a 1.5 or a 2, I think, and it's way more modern. This is a Grizzly 30th anniversary, and their 30th anniversary was 20 years ago. I think this was 2001, 2002, 2001, something like that. It may be newer. I don't think so, though. Look, it's got a breaker and a throat. Yep. Stand plates, stand side panels, optional mobility kit I did not get. That's what it looks like all built. Can you see it? That's the saw when it's all functioning and built. That's the new toy, Vince. How are you doing? That's the new toy I won. Just so you guys know, this thing's $1,600. It's $15.99 right now, I think. Yeah, $15.99. Plus, there's like a $250 shipping charge. So you basically, $1,700-$1,800 for this thing, plus taxes. So you're easily over $1,800 for this thing, if you'd have walked in the store and buy it. Now you can actually, if you, there's like 3 stores. You can walk in and buy it at Woodcraft. You can walk in and buy it at, I don't know, there's like 3. I think Menards carries them, believe it or not. I'm not positive. Yeah, I won it on a raffle / giveaway thing on Facebook. Yeah, I won it. It's still amazing. It really hasn't like hit me that I won this freaking thing, because this is really nice. I kind of wanted one of these. I've been looking at them going, you know what? I got the Grizzly. It's fine. I don't need to waste some money on this, because this is like, in this size, shape, style, blah 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 of bandsaw, this is king. This is the one you want. Um, the Grizzlies and the Raycons are kind of the same. The Powermatics, like basically the same. This is actually, from what I understand, a little better, and it's cheaper. Um, it's literally the one to have. It's like a saw stop in circular saw terms. It's like a Prusa in 3D printer terms. That is the Prusa of bandsaws. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, there's really, when you get down to it, there's nothing to a bandsaw. It's an upper tire, a lower tire, an upper guide, a lower guide, and a table that goes on here that's not on there yet. That's literally in a motor. You know, really, the only thing with a bandsaw is, are the tires coplanar, and does the motor have enough balls to turn it? That's. I mean, there's not much to a bandsaw. There's really not. You know, there's no. There's a lot of like accessories, and that's what I'm finding weird about this thing, and everyone liking it. And I'm not sure I'm gonna. Is this one, the guides here? I think I can actually take this right off, and I want to. Okay. The guide blocks, there's one of these upper and lower, are ceramic. The guide blocks on this are bearings. And like all the high end, come on, get it in the right, keep going in the right direction. All the high end ones have bearings, but everyone's like, no, this is better. And I'm like, how is this better? This is basically what tells the saw blade where to go when it's cutting through the wood and keeps it from just wandering off into its own little land. The actual blade rides in this slot, and that's what this does. It just holds the blade in place, so it doesn't wander while you're cutting. That's all it does. It's very cool, actually. But everyone's like, no, these are actually better for resawing because they're more rigid, and they actually, I guess the big thing is they clean the blade off. And I've discovered this, when you're cutting kind of greenish or rougher woods, a lot of sawdust builds up onto the actual blade. And as it builds up on the blade, it builds up on the bearings, and it builds up on the wheels, and you have to scrape it off and do stuff. This one actually scrapes it off as it goes around every time. So from what I understand, it keeps the blade cleaner. I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't played with it yet. I've never played with one with ceramic guide blocks. I've played with an old one that had like wooden ones, and it was like, yeah, whatever. It was hot and made a lot of noise, but yeah, my leg's freaking killing me. Bandsaws are easy. There's not a whole lot to them. They make sense. They're pretty simple once you look at one. It's, there's a lot of little adjustments, but there's nothing. It all makes sense. They're kind of simple. It's an upper wheel, a lower wheel, a band goes around on the two wheels. Right here, there's an upper guide and a lower guide from where you push the material through that holds the band from falling off the wheels and just going any which way as you're pushing the material through. Literally, that's it. That's all there is to a bandsaw. Yeah, I don't know. I really have a hard time filming while I'm using tools. It's I don't have the filming equipment really. I was thinking about that the other day. I'd like to almost put. You always see those guys with those stupid freaking like glide rails with the camera on the ceiling, and they glide it around from the ceiling. And I always thought it was kind of dumb, and now it kind of makes sense because setting up a tripod and moving it around would be so much easier if I could just slide along the ceiling and then point the camera where I want it. You just kind of find the central spot in the room. All the high-end woodworking tool YouTuber guys, that's what they do. They have a camera. Most of them have a camera on some kind of articulating arm on a rail. A lot of them do. The Wood Whisperer has both. He uses a regular everyday old tripod a lot. Actually, I think he uses his phone a lot. He has been using his phone lately because he's moving, but I think my neighbor's home. Is that my neighbor? Or is that someone picking up kids? My neighbor's got kids, and I think they're having a party out back. I don't, can't tell. Everyone drives SUVs around here. Of course, I got my glasses on, so I can't see far away. Who is it? Nobody I know. It's an Audi. One of her friends. Nobody I know can afford an Audi except for my aunt. I'm not helping with your camera? What do you mean? Shopsmith. Isn't Shopsmith that all-in-one do-everything piece of equipment? It's got like a table saw and a bandsaw and a lathe and an all-in-one machine. I've actually been looking at those because there's a bunch of them around here that are kind of beat up on sale, and I'm really good at restoring crap. Like, if you looked at this, you look at this bandsaw, this thing looks freaking brand new. This did not look like this and was not in this condition when I got it. Neither were either one of those. That thing, when I first got it, I didn't wasn't even sure I wanted to try and restore it. It was so covered in rust and muck, and it actually had bird crap on it from sitting in my brother's garage. It was just nasty. So was that. I was sitting in my oldest brother's, my other brother's basement. It was just covered in rust, and I'm really good at like restoring them. Yeah, I was thinking about getting one, but again, space. And that's one of those. I actually, because me and my brother were talking about it. One of the other things I could do as a business to make, I'm not trying to like make money. I'm just trying to make it so I can pay the bills here, so we don't have to sell the house and move my mother into a home. I like to have enough money to, make sure the taxes are paid and the electric bill is paid, and have to be reasonable. But everyone sees all these tools after I restore them. They're like, "Holy crap, how'd you do that?" And it's like most of it's like WD-40 and a wire brush, just a couple hours. Maybe a little sandpaper here and there and a touch of paint. Done. A little grease. Maybe you replace a bearing in two. But yeah, that thing took me like a week and a half to restore the table saw. The jointer took me probably 2-3 days. What else did I restore in here? Oh, my brother's little bandsaw. That took me like 2 or 3 hours. That was just cleaning it up. This ain't really worth much more than that. But yeah, it just. Anyways, if I got Shopsmiths, there's a lot of them on sale that you see for like, I've never used it. It's in my basement. Come get it. $100. I mean, those things are thousands of dollars new, like thousands. I think they started their cheapest one was like $1,700 back in the '70s. Yeah, space is a good reason, but I have all the tools already. I have table saws. I have multiple table saws. I have multiple band saws. I had a lathe. I got rid of it because I never used it. The drill press. I have a really nice freaking drill press. It says rigid on it because it is a rigid, but that's literally we bought that from my father the day Home Depot opened here. That's how old that is. That's like a 97, 98, something like that. And it's like brand new. And it's a hulking monster. It's a 2.5 horsepower monstrosity. And it's 90s. It's not the cheap tinfoil one that you get now. It's all solid. Again, it's got a cast iron base. It's got a cast iron freaking leg. It's got a polished stainless steel upper half. The whole upper body is cast iron. The only thing that's cheap is the belt cover, and that's tin. It's not like heavy duty sheet metal, but it's tin. It's not plastic, So it's I'm not replacing it. you know, I have all the tools already, so getting a shopsmith for me would be a rebuild it to sell it thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when they were new, and again, you were talking I looked at them way back in like the 70s and 80s when I was young and wanted to build stuff back then. I was always into this crap. Um, I'm pretty sure a brand new one was $1,500. It was like $14.99. Me and my father were looking into one because my father used to build like whirly gigs and crap when he retired, and he always liked doing it even before he retired. He just got into doing that, same kind of thing I'm doing now. He tinkered, a little more tinkery than I do, but you know, same idea. He built whirly gigs and all kinds of little nicky knack, wood plywoody things. But he wanted one, and we looked at him, and again, we're talking 70s, so $1,500 back then is like $3,000 now. But yeah, I've looked at them. The two things with them is they're space saving, and yet they're not. They're still freaking huge, and they're kind of a pain in the butt to go from one to the other. Like if you like I do, I go from the bandsaw to the table saw to the miter box to the planer to the joiner and around and around and around a lot. Where on a shopsmith, yeah, it's quick change from one to the other. It's not like walk up to it, turn it on, and go. You have to like disengage, move, shuffle, slide, pull things up, reattach. Yeah, 4-inch joiner, which is not big enough. My biggest problem with that joiner now is it's too small. I need a bigger one. I can't like plane a tabletop or anything on it. I can't joint it after I glue it. I have to run it through the planer, and the planer is only a 13-inch. So like my tabletop I just built is like 14 and a half inches. I can't put it through either one. I got to put it on the CNC to level it, which is fine. It's just not as fast. Takes like an hour for the CNC to freaking level off a board where the jointer or planer can do it in 30 seconds. It takes you longer to turn the freaking thing on and feed the board through. Anyway, I think we should assemble legs, and then I'll put the styrofoam or plastic back down. I will lay it down. I will attach the legs and then stand it back up so it's on the legs. Then I will measure the legs, and I will decide how I'm going to proceed to build a stand. And that's the other thing I got to do today is order wheels. And it's too late now. God damn it. If I ordered them by noon, I'd have them tomorrow. If I order them on Amazon, I didn't think of that. Damn it. If I get like almost all of these now, I get them on Amazon here. You can see one there. They're 350 pound each. So total weight is over 1,000 pounds. Which that thing is 300 pounds shipped, 250 pounds sitting. So if they're 300-pound each wheels, they'll have no problems holding that. I'll get some nice 3-inch lockable wheels and build a stand for it, like I did with all my tools. Because for one, I get storage. Then this has none, and two, I get mobility, which I can build a stand for. Even if I have to buy the wood, it's still less than half the price of the mobility stand that you can buy for this. And I can build a box with storage where this doesn't have any storage in the base. And actually, I think I'm going to want to lower it because I'm short. Because I lowered this by about 3 inches. I lowered the table saw about an inch. I lowered the jointer. Actually, I raised the jointer about 3 inches. It's the only thing I did raise. And I lowered the drill press because I'm short. I'm only 5'9". Most of these are built for a 6-foot guy. So they always feel like I'm kind of working like this. I'm not. I mean, it's not that bad, but I try and lower it so it's down like belly button height when you're working, feeding lumber through. Is usually the most comfortable, safest, blah, blah, blah. From the shop factory, they don't exist anymore, do they? I thought they closed finally. I know it wasn't that long ago. They were still selling them like mid 2000s, I think. But last I knew, they went under. which is sad because they were cool. I mean, they were. Yeah, I think they went under like mid early 2000s, like 2005, 2006, something like that. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure they went under because they actually closed and then someone bought them and reopened them because they've moved a few times too. They started out in Pennsylvania and then moved to Georgia and then I don't know. I looked all into them. They are everywhere. If you go on Facebook Marketplace, I can probably find 6 or 8 of them. Beat up, obviously, but all of them say working condition. A lot of them like there's one that has the bandsaw and the drill press and all the attachments. And he's like, just come get it out of my damn basement. It's yours for $100. I'm sure it's gone by now. That was a few months ago, but yeah, I like them. I like the concept of them. I seriously thought about getting one before, but my brother freaking sold his house and moved to Newport, Rhode Island, and now he has no place for all his equipment, which is where I got the joiner and this bandsaw and the planer and what else did I get from him? Oh, the actual vacuum and all, because he's got no place for it in his new house, his new old house. It's like a 200-year-old freaking sailor house from Newport, Rhode Island. Snooty. But so he's got no place for it. So he's like, "You don't want it? I'd rather just give it to you than try and sell it." It's like, yeah, okay. It's like if you ever go to sell it, let me know. We'll split the profit because he knows I put a lot of money into them fixing them up. Can't hear. Did I lose my voice? Oh, ad. Like, what is AD? Ad. Duh. There were ads. Yeah, I tried to limit them. I think it's 5 minutes. You get 30 seconds at 5 minutes in. You get 30 seconds at half hour in, and I think you get another 15 or 30 seconds at an hour in, and we're at the hour. So anyway, yeah, Chopsmith are cool. I would like to play with one. I don't think I actually want one at this moment. Um, man, I could see a lot of tools I could get rid of if I had one, which I'd have no problems with. I really would have no problems getting rid of that Sears contractor saw. I have a love-hate relationship with that. They cut really well once they're set up. Setting them things up on those old, Sears contractor saws, it literally took me almost a month to get that thing cutting straight, and it's still, I wouldn't say it's dead on. It's darn close. I can get a glue line cut out of it now, which is all I care. But it's actually not straight and true. I actually have it pitched off the miter rails by like a couple hundred thousandths of an inch, which is okay. I mean, it's wood. You'll never notice that. All right, let's open the manual again. I've done enough babbling and resting. My leg's starting to feel a little better. It's not throbbing quite so much. And let's put the legs together. Look at all the pretty parts. Rip fence assembly, tension indicator, motor. I thought they had better manuals. I thought they had they do have step by step. Assembling the bandsaw stand. Pick up the bandsaw, slap it on your shoulder, hold it up in the air, and then bolt all this crap onto it. Yeah, no, that's not at all what it says. What is the capacity? It's a 1412. That's the key. It's got a 12-inch resaw capacity. It's 12 inches from the table. It's actually 12.2 inches to that handle, which is the top, which is the whole point of this. That's its like trademark, because this one they call a 6-inch, and its actual rip with the guides all the way up is only like 5 3/4 inches. You can't actually do 6. That will actually clear 12 inches. And it's got the motor to do it. I'm pretty sure I think it's a horse and 3/4. I'm not positive. This is only a 1 horsepower. This bandsaw that the camera's sitting on. Which I bogged it down with just like 3-inch tall oak. It cut it, but it bogged. I had to slow down the feed and slow the speed down. I actually had to move the belt to the slower speed so it wouldn't burn. Otherwise, it burns the wood. Assemble the panels with the fixings supplied. Fixings. What are fixings? Fixings sound like pizza toppings. Do I attach it together with pepperoni and macaroni? Mozzarella cheese? Fixings? I'm guessing they mean bolts. 987. Do they have a little bolt key? I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what all the bolts are. There isn't that many. Well, they do have a little table. Fixings. They literally call them fixings. Fixings. It's called bolts and washers, buddy. Fixings. Feet and screws. Feet. Feet and screws. Fixings. Well, let's get to it. I'm thinking I should whip out one of my workmates here to do this on. So I have a little off the groundness. Oh crap. Ow. That caught my leg and that really hurt. With that very sharp point of wood. Jabbed into my leg. That felt good. Felt really, really good. That felt freaking awesome, man. Alright, I'm grabbing the wrong little levery thing here, aren't I? I almost never fold these things up anymore. It's right here. I know what this one's really hard because it's very old. We bought this for my father. If you haven't seen the video where I restored the top, come on. There we go. This is like a 1970s one that you can't see. Holy crap, these things are freaking heavy. These things are heavy. I need the fixings. Table, ratchet handle, fence knob, feet and screws, T-handle, fence bar parts and fixings. Table. More fixings. I guess I need one type of fixings. Well, there's only one bag here of fixings, so I guess all the fixings are in it. And I probably, like my cutter, keeps your teeth strong. Giblets. Fixings, more fixings, more fixings, some more fixings, and then some feeler things. I hope I have all the fixings. Let's put them down there. Washers, more fixings, smaller fixings, and then some black fixings. I have no idea what these black fixings for. But I don't think they're for this. So, which fixings do I use? It just says fixings. I mean, I'm sure I could figure it out. But it would be nice if they actually said, use the 2-inch long or 1.5-inch long or feet. I'm assuming these big ones are the feet. So they have adjustability. So I'm assuming these little ones are the main fixings. 7, 8, 9. And these are all in the kit together. Oh no, these take the feet. That's what these ones are for. It shows it right there. And these here washers. They're not very clear. The video is much better. They have really good videos, but of course I can't watch it because my computer is videotaping you guys. At some point you'll split out a tooth. You mean like, yeah, this one, this one. The good part is I've split them enough, they're nice and jagged, so they rip right through the freaking plastic, no problem now. Dude, all of my front teeth have been knocked out in a car accident, and they all got put back in, and they all took, every single one of them. All 8 of my 4 upper and 4 lower teeth got completely removed. And they literally put them back in my skull because they ripped right out nice and clean by the root. And the dentist said, if you get a couple of these that hold, I'll be surprised. But he's like, let's put them in and see what happens. So they did. And every single one of them held. They're all crooked now. I actually had somewhat straight. I didn't need braces as a kid. I had somewhat straight teeth. They weren't perfect, but they were close to straight. They ain't straight no more. But they're all there, and that's all I care about. Then consists of 2 sets of panels, 2 side panels, and 2 front back panels. Assemble the panels with the fixings supplied. Turn the assembly upside down and fit the feet using fixings supplied. They really like to say their fixings are supplied. That's kind of funny. Okay then. So, let's grab a couple panels over here. Keep them on the plastic so they're not getting all scratched up. Not that I really give a crap, to be honest with you. And I'm assuming we use the little fixings here because that just goes together like that. Make it so you guys can sort of see what I'm doing. And that looks threaded. It is. So I'm guessing these little fixings are how they get used. Uh-oh. Trying to keep them in the bag. The minute I put the bag on the ground, they fell out. Train going by. You guys hear the train? Go like pick the train up. All right, this ain't gonna be easy because you can't get your damn fingers in there. Well, that's no fun at all. That's really no fun at all. They make that nearly impossible to get your damn fat fingers in there. Alright, I got that one started at least. Let's get this one started. And then I'll go get the proper tool for doing this. I may just get a hand driver. Okay, line up, baby. Come on. Keep lining up. By the time it gets enough of a thread to catch, it falls out again. Because, there we go. The room in there is not enough for my thing dangles. So let's grab one of these, and I will go over here because I think I have a socket over here that I can just attach to this puppy. Then again, maybe not. I thought I did. Where'd all my little socket drivers go? I guess not. These are big enough. I thought they were, but they are not. So that means I got to get real sockets. But I think I will just bring this here dinky thing and this here dinky thing along. So if I need to, I can just do it with a hand driver. So an impact, a couple of hand drivers, the extension for the hand drivers, and I will go get a socket that is the appropriate size, which are over here, where you guys aren't. And I think I will actually grab not just a hand driver, but a box end, open end too. And what size is this? A 12 millimeter? It is a 12 millimeter. So let's grab a 12 millimeter socket and a 12 millimeter ratchet and a small extension. And look, I'm back with the proper tools. Imagine that. What is up, Mr. Poole? What is up, Bob Carnes? Bobby, Booby, it's a boob. 12 millimeter, 12 millimeter, 12 millimeter. Everything's 12 millimeter, at least for now. I believe I can set that on there, and I can pitch this enough. Just do this by hand. And not have to get gnarly tools out yet. And I can, which is awesome. And then let's put the other one on. Just really open this up for. And that way, I can set that there. And bring another one over here. And I can't see what I'm doing. This bench is really not big enough. But I will make it work. Even if you guys can't see, I can. It's kind of more important at the moment. So I would like to be able to let you see. At the moment, it's more important that my chair not roll down and out of the garage door. That I can see. Because I'm kind of the one doing it. And they certainly don't give you enough room to get your fingers in there, do they? They do not. I mean, you can, but it ain't easy. It's kind of like working on a Toyota. Let's see, I need another bolt and another washer. Hey, look, this bolt's already got a washer on it. I'll use that one because I think it's ready to be used. I think it's excited to be used. Yes. You could move this freaking hole up like a half an inch. It wouldn't hurt the structure any. And you could actually get your fingers in there. Laguna. Are you listening? Laguna. Just like not even, yeah, a half an inch. A couple of millimeters. Bring it up. Be much easier. And just kind of snug it up a little bit. I'm gonna I'll set it this way. And let's grab another bolt and another washer. And another bolt and another washer. I'll preload it, let it sit right there. Bring this here monstrosity over. These things are freaking heavy. These are heavy. Like, truly heavy. I might have this figured out just in time to be done with it. What a waste of space. I really wish they'd make this a cabinet Even if they just left like one of these open, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I will. Then I can't put wheels on it. I'd have to buy their wheel kit. Damn it! Thinking I could just leave one of these out, make a structural panel in there, and make it so it's got a door in it. And that way I could have a cabinet, which is really the only cabinet and wheels is the only reason that I want to get rid of it, so I can store stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I can. Oh, my phone's ringing. I don't know if it's anyone I actually need to talk to. Oh, it's my brother. Hey, let me call you back later. Huh?
What are you busy?
I'm live streaming.
Oh, that's fine. We can wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you open that saw?
Yeah, I'm building it right now. See you, bye.
Oh,
You can go on live stream and watch me on YouTube. That would be my brother. You guys back, or did it lose my audio? Is the audio still connected? Hi, Pez Liz. Did I lose the audio? Can you guys hear me? Because it went to this thing. Did I lose the audio? Audio. Nope, says it's still there. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can. Well, the headset went to the phone when the phone rang. Oh, did you? Yeah, I was going to say the headset went to the phone because that's actually what it's tied to. No. My brother get notification. I'm old. I have 4 older brothers. And I'm old. Think about that. The one that just called turned 67 the other day. Like a month ago. Yeah, 67. No, 65, because I'm 57. I had to think about it. He's 8 or 9 years older than me. I can't even remember these days. Hell, half the time I can't remember what age I am. Am I 57 or am I 58? What year is this? 22. So I'm 57. They really don't give you enough room to get your fingers in here. Just to get them started. They really should lift it a quarter inch, half an inch up off the bottom, so you can get your fingers in there. But oh well. I guess it's a one-time thing. And this stand is beefy. I mean, I have the Grizzly for that saw that I thought was pretty beefy in the other room. I'm using it for air conditioner storage. Literally, that's what I'm using the Grizzly stand for, is hold the air conditioners. It was beefy. This is way beefier. All right, now that they're all in, I can tighten them all up for real. That's just snuggies. Okay, they go in the socket. So these I just snugged up just to get it to hold. I didn't actually tighten them. Now I get to tighten them. Then, I wonder if I could just buy roller feet for this and screw them in where these feet go. Although that'll lift me up too high. I have a feeling this thing's going to be too high for me as it is. Oh, crap. Sit down. My old crippled self. All right. Next is feet. With these and these, you have a foot, you have a bolt, and you got a washer. And yummy, delicious oil-covered plastic to chew on. Because I'm a dumbass. That one stuck to the roof of my mouth. That was nasty. That was just plain nasty. For some reason, I'm thinking this washer is the wrong size. It's kind of way too big. But they say put a washer on. I wonder if I should have used the big washers there and the little washers here. Oh no, the washer I guess goes between the foot and the frame. It don't make a whole lot of sense. How the hell would you adjust it then? Actually, it should be a nut to tighten it up. Some of the panels of the fix. Turn the assembly upside down and fit the feet one per corner and tighten the lock nut. What lock nut? There's no lock nuts. There are no lock nuts. I think the frame has a lock nut built into it. But that don't make no sense. And they have this cheesy little picture. That's it. That's supposed to tell me what the hell I'm putting together. Right there. You can't even tell what the hell it says. It just says 7, 8, 9. But they don't tell you what 7, 8, and 9 are. Unless it's way in the back. Didn't think about that. Might be in the back. Let's put some stuff down here so I'm not dicking around. Let's look through the manual. Electrical, bushings, overheating, maintenance, exploded view. That might help. Let's actually tell you what 7, 8, and 9 bolts are in the exploded view. Nope, this is 7, 8, 9. And that's definitely a washer. Let's see if they actually give you a item list. Quantity. Supplier part. Nope. Table and fence. Lower wheel and motor assembly. Upper wheel assembly. Nothing about stand. Lower wheel assembly. Table and fence assembly. Let's keep going. It could be here and I'm just not seeing it yet. Upper and lower blade guides. Stand assembly. They still don't tell you what anything is. 1412 501. 1412 12. 1412 503 504 505 211 to 507. Okay, it's kind of coded here. 7, 8, where's 9? I don't see a 9. I'm guessing the 50 is 7, because 507 is socket head button screw, which is what those are. 508 is the rubber foot, but they're not saying what 509 is. Oh, there it is. DU bearing. Whatever the hell a DU bearing is. It sounds like a washer to me. Getting a washer. It's just getting a washer. It looks through their instructions. It goes like that. It actually goes bolt through the foot. Washer goes up against the frame and bolted in. No adjustability. I thought they were adjustable. But they do give you the cool little freaking Allen key wrench thing. You guys have no idea what I'm doing because you probably can't see it on the camera, huh? Yeah, you can. Sort of. Sort of. They give you the Allen key for the feet, but they don't give you the socket or wrench for the actual frame bolts. That makes a whole lot of sense. What's up, Tactile, freaking Matt? Hide current comment. Why would I hide it? Oh, because it wasn't scrolled. Why would I? I don't know. Oh, I clicked on Bob Carnes's hide current comment. You don't need to see Bob Carnes's again. There's no gamble. There's none of that here today. I don't do any of that crazy, goofy crap. No drops, no games, no Plinkos. I never set any of that crap up because I don't use OBS. So none of that crap works on my streams because I don't use OBS. Because it's a freaking computer memory hog. And I don't even think it would run on this little laptop I'm streaming on right now. To be honest with you, I never tried, but I don't think it would even run. This is kind of a nice T-handle freaking wrench, I will say. It's kind of very nice, actually. Kind of like it. Washer, foot, bolt. Bolt through foot, through washer, into frame. Bolt through foot, into washer, through washer, into frame. And then the frame's built. Then they want you to lay the saw down, mount it to the stand, and then stand it back up. Well, the stand's done. I'll tell you what, this thing is freaking heavy. Holy crap, is it heavy. It is one solid chunk of steel. It's pretty beefy. Pretty beefy, man. Let's see. How am I going to mount it to that freaking bandsaw? With these. Nerd. What's up, nerd? What's up, nerd? This ain't nerd. This is freaking manly man stuff. Oh, crap. Manly man stuff. This thing freaking weighs a ton. Holy crap. That's just the stand. All right. Now, some ways or another, I have to build this thing. Some way or another, I have to build it. I need to get this stuff out of my way so I don't trip on it. In the garbage it goes. What is up, Subsector? How are you tonight? We are building my awesome, brandy new, massive, oversized, not really that massive, it's a small bandsaw in reality. But it's massive to me because it is big. It is rather large. I think what I should do is toss this freaking monstrosity outside. Thinking I'm going to open that garage door and literally just toss that right outside. Let's open that garage door. It shouldn't even bleach out now because it's getting kind of dark out. So it shouldn't bleach the light out anymore. Uh-oh, it's taking the box up with it. Toss this right out here. Goodbye. Take this, and this, and this, and this. Actually, I think I'll save those because those are kind of big and they're good garbage bags. Why not, right? Why not recycle the garbage, right? Right? Right. And if I wasn't stepping on it, throw it in here. And then pick whichever one of these two that looks more beefy. And it's not supposed to rain tonight, so that can go right outside. I'm thinking that styrofoam will temporarily hold this thing and hold it up high enough so I can put the leg on it. Let us find out. Okay, the hard part is the motor. It's a big stinking motor. And I have a feeling it's going to give me a... And I don't want to jam it into the concrete. Luckily, I have this runner mat that I use to, like run on. Because it's a runner mat. This is actually what I put the floor to bed of my van. One of those runners you see in like commercial buildings. I actually used to put it in the floor of my van to save my knees when I'm crawling in and out of my van. So if I slide that under there and slide this over here, I should be able to, in theory, without breaking anything, just lean this back slowly and carefully and just set it on the styrofoam and not break anything. That goes up. This goes down. That sort of worked. Actually worked. You learn something new every day. New and amazing things happening in llama land. But that did bother my knee a little bit, so I got to sit down for another 5 minutes. Sad but true. Don't lose a limb. I've already lost limbs. These have all been severed off. Every single one of them. That's why the knuckles are all screwed up. They literally have been severed off. These two have been severed off. These are just hangling, and the thumb was never gone. I've cut it up a few times. Yeah, these two fingers are fake. They don't work. They're fake. They're there. They're there just to look pretty. Alrighty then. Let's put the stand on there. I got bolts. Fixings, they call them. They call them fixings. I have the fixings. But I think there's something more to the fixings. I think I have to put something like solid in between there. I think there's like a spacer or something. Wheel kit, don't have the wheel kit. Not getting the wheel kit. Not paying $200 for 3 little casters. Sorry, not happening. Fixing screws. No leveling feet fitted. Fit the stand to the bandsaw, shown with optional mobility kit. They want you to put it on its end. Oh, that would have been better. With some 2x4s. That probably would have been a better idea. I might stand up and do that and get it off the motor. But I think I'm actually okay. Fit the back mobility wheel bracket level to the base on the stand, blah, blah, blah. I don't have the mobility. Fitting the stand to the bandsaw shown with optional kit. You will probably find it easier to fit the stand to the bandsaw with it horizontal position and then lifting it vertical. Blah, blah, blah. Regarding your options, choose. You will need more than one person to complete the assembly. Bull crap. Watch me do it. I am going to show you I don't need more than one person. I may actually need more than one person. But worst case scenario. My neighbor's 14-year-old kid is out back. And he's bigger than me. He's 14 and he's like 6 foot tall. Plays football. He's a big boy. He's a really, really big boy. So, some reason I was thinking there was some kind of a spacer so it doesn't just crush down on it. But I don't see anything because this is just like folded over, bent, and then this doesn't go all the way up in there. Oh, no, it can't go all the way up in there because of these. Something ain't right. I guess it just sits on them, which is fine. I mean, that's more than beefy enough. I guess. I'm guessing that's how it goes. So let's do it. This goes in here. This gets lifted up in the line. We got no way to hang on to it. Is the problem. But I think get it close. Oh, maybe not. I can do it. I know I can do it. Because I am just determined. I am one determined llama. And when I get determined, I can do anything. See, told you. One down. 3 more to go. What the hell did I just do with the screws? Right here. More screws. More washers I'm dropping all over the place. And then we line this one up. And get it, kitty cat. Snug. And we take out another one. And another one. Might as well take them all out now. Right. Of course, the plastic goes right under my feet where they'll drive me nuts. It's one thing that always drove me nuts. Like packaging under my feet. That ain't working. But I bet I can get this one. Oh, I gotta get down on the floor on my badass body. I don't mean badass in a good way. I mean bad. It's just a bad body. It's a piece of ass. Come on, why don't you start? You're lined up. Come on, get in there. Oh, come on. That's loose. That one's tight. That's why it doesn't give it enough slop. Let's loosen it. Just a little bit. So I can move things around. Just a little bit. No, back onto the floor. That was really not good. Alrighty then. You go in there. It's like starting in, but not. It's like it's cross thread. I don't like things that cross thread. Let's try the other bolt. Let's see if it's the bolt. I think it was the bolt because that started sort of. Anyways, better than this one did. Find out what size wrench it is. And I bet, even though it's metric, and of course it's the one size I got missing right now. Figures. I wanted to use my little ratchet. Something just went dong. Did I lose the headphones? What is up, CT Travis? Who else did I miss? Adam in 3D. Pretty sure. Somewhere around here is a ratchet driver that I can't find that I was using on the table saw. For some reason, I think it's literally inside the table saw, like in the dust collection. So, that was the shoulder and the knee. Let's see. Get this up here so it starts. I think I can. So it is a 14 millimeter. Oh, and I can't swing it there, so I want a socket. So let's get a socket. Didn't I bring the sockets out? I brought the whole set of sockets out, didn't I? Or did I just grab the 112 millimeter? I got stuff scattered now everywhere. As always. I'm very disorganized when I do this kind of crap. I could swear I brought that whole set of sockets out here in a little package. I don't see them in there. But it's all right. I think I want a bigger driver anyways. Now I just got to find me a 14 millimeter in this mess, which is actually pretty organized. And if you believe that, since you can't see it, I have some waterfront property to sell you in Arizona. You just gotta wait for California to fall in the water. I need a 14 millimeter socket. What size is this? 14 millimeter. What do you know? Grab the right one the first time. Let's grab a socket driver ratchet thing. And I'm going to put an extension on it. And let's drive some screws home. Oh, screws or bolts. Snug everything up. Make sure they seat. And then once they're all seated, then I'll go around and actually tighten them. This is actually going easier than I thought. I mean, I knew I'd struggle with this part a little bit by myself, but I actually thought it'd be more of a pain in the butt than I'm ending up with now. The hard part might be standing it up, because now it's a lot taller than when I did it by myself before. Actually, I'm more concerned about it just sliding on the concrete instead of actually standing up. All right. I got an itch in my ear where my headphone is. So that's on there. Let's see if I can stand this up without breaking my back or anything else, or the saw itself. I think I can. It won't be easy, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And she's up. And she's on the floor, which means I can put this in here and close that door and keep the damn bugs out. Even though I like the cool air. I'm sweating my ass off. Everything clear of the garage door? It is. Let's close the garage door. Yeah, I actually have the local ambulance on speed dial. Like 3 kids I went to high school at local ambulance. I can actually just hit one of them. I have much. I'm not kidding. I have a couple of them on speed dial. I could literally hit their number 3 times and they know to come get me. I'm not kidding. They would just know. They would see me beep 3 times on their phone and be like, "Oh, Tom's dying." Go help him out. Tom did something stupid again. Not kidding. I'm 100% not kidding. All right. I am absolutely sweating my butt off, but there it basically is. And that's actually pretty low. I was thinking, although the table's not in place yet, we have to scrub the table. The table needs scrubbing and waxing, but I can wax it after. Oh, let's bring this big ass frick, man. The table weighs almost as much as that whole damn bandsaw does. Holy crap. It is gooey. And when I say gooey, I mean it's really, really, really gooey. Like really, really gooey. It is ooey gooey, rich and chewy, and that's the last paper towel. When I say ooey gooey, I do mean ooey gooey. Still a good garbage bag though. I like recycling garbage bags. I don't know why. It makes me happy. I think what I'm going to do though is put this back under here. Oh no, it's sliding away. Cast iron. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Here you go. Now you can. Cast iron. This isn't gooey. It's only the top. This is all painted. So I can set this up and clean it on the saw, which would be way, way better. Like way, way better. That's the adjustment pad for this. So in reality, I could just drop this thing on there and bolt it down. Where are the bolts for this? I don't see any bolts for that. Handles, knobs. There should be a bag of knobs. I know I got them. I've seen them. There they are. So, what are those for? Bolts? Oh, those are for the vents. All right, let's drop this puppy on there. Oh, crap. It's all sticky on top. It is sticky and slimy. All right. So I have to line up them there bolts with them there holes. That's one. And of course, my glasses are falling off my face because I'm trying to look down. And there's two. And there it is. And they're both showing. Well, that was easier than I thought. That was much, much easier than I thought. Geez, I'm gonna get this thing fully assembled. The only thing I don't have is a blade. I won't have blades until Sunday. That's the only thing I hate about all of these, getting this started. Because you can't, like, hold it. You can't hold it. Because the bolt goes up in there. Really wish they'd make, like, a stop, like a slip head nylon pad, something on those trunnion bolts. So when you pushed up on it, it didn't go up. Because that's a major pain in my butt. Oh, no. These are, they're pull downs. And of course it's unwinding as I pull down. These are These are they pull down, they grab, you turn it, you pull down, you can slide this. The problem is it's undoing as I'm sliding. But I think I got the fix. I'll just do it by hand. Push up. But can't push up and hold down and do everything. That sort of works. I think I got it figured out. And I probably should have a washer here. I think there's washers that are supposed to go on here. Pretty sure of it. Matter of fact, I know there is right here. Oh well. Really wish they'd make these like easier to mount. I had the same problem with the Grizzly too. You can't hold the washer, hold the handle, and hold the freaking trunnion bolt. Oh. This is some serious trickery. I mean, how are you supposed to do this, Laguna? Start by going the right way, maybe. How are you even gonna do this? Like, for real? How do they expect you to do this? Holding all this stuff in the air. And it's not like you can just lay it down to do it, because you need to be able to take this thing off on a regular basis. Jesus Christ. All right, this is the kind of thing that pisses me off, because it's absolutely unnecessary. All they got to do, I'm 3D printing one. That's it. I've designed it in my head already. All there needs to be is like a little pad right here. So when you push up on this bolt, I don't know if you guys can see this, or it's under the table, but where you push up on the trunnion bolt, it doesn't just go up into nowhere land. If they just put a little like nylon slide bushing on it, it wouldn't disappear up into the table. And then you could actually do this without fighting it. Like I'm doing now. Because you need to take the table off to put a new blade in and set the and this whole pull down and turn thing. The problem is the whole unit turns with it half the time. So that's kind of pointless. I gotta get the washer on this one. And again, all they need to do is put some kind of like, I don't know, piece of padding, something on there. So when I push this up and I push this against it, it just stays there. I don't have to like stick a screwdriver in there and hold it. Because that's just freaking stupid. And they all do it. It's not just Laguna. It's the Grizzly is exactly the same way. I mean, this is actually pretty cool once you get it all in position, because then you can spin the handles out of the way and the table's in. Oh, crap. And there we go. Table installed. Last thing is the fence, which I have to do some alignment for. And right now I'm going to have me a shot of iced tea. And I brought the whole gallon because there isn't that much left. And I'm not going to bother with a glass. This is gone. Because I was thirsty. I'd be thirsty. I'm thinking that table's not set for square. Kind of leaning. Matter of fact, you can even see it on the camera, even with the. Hey, Kit. Kit. I can't read it. Kit Skyfire. I have my phone on me. My phone's always in my pocket when I'm doing stupid shit. It's the one smart thing I do. My phone's right here. Fence. I have no idea what these little baby bolts are for. I'm assuming they're for the fence guide, but I'm not positive. And these are for the actual fence that I do know, because like every other one, they're like every other one in the world. Like every other one in the world. You know what I mean? Like every other one in the world. So, I believe this goes in there, gets hidden. This goes on here. And I need that Allen key that they send with me. And you line up that Allen key with the bolt hole in the table. And you tighten that up just a little bit, but enough so you can still swing it. That's a little too tight. And then you go over and do the other side. And that, my friends, is that. I don't know if there's a short side or a long side. Nope, it's the same. Oh, that one is longer. Probably the longer one probably goes on the inside, but that's all right. Oh, almost tripped. I'm not the most stable person in the world anymore. All right, that's done. Then this goes on there. I believe this is the one you got to slide on from the end, huh? Okay, with the kitchen knife, that's far enough then, isn't it? Oh no, I guess it ain't. Actually, isn't it supposed to have like a little rubber foot on it? I have to look in the directions before I crank it down on this poor little steel pipe. That goes there. Ooh, that side's nice. And then this just has a T-slot. So you loosen these up. Ugh, come on, loosen. And then, well, that side's really easy, actually. And then this just slides over that and sits on the fence. And that, my friends, is that. And I believe there's some kind of slidey footy thing on this side over here that has to be bolted on that I haven't seen yet, which might be what these little screws go to. That's pretty much it, because I don't have a belt for it. Band, saw blade. So that's as far as I get to go with it, because it's pretty much, I mean, I can square everything up, but it's easier to do with the blade in it. I can level the table up. I don't cut my fingers on it. Bandsaws really aren't. You got to be. Bandsaws are like, I don't want to say safe, but it's really hard. You got to be a real idiot to cut yourself with a bandsaw. They're not like table saws. There's um, very little like kickback or it's a bandsaw. It just kind of cut stuff. Yeah, we used bandsaws in high school. Not that you can't. I mean, there could be dumb idiots that get their fingers too close and nick their fingers, but generally, I've seen a few people nick their finger and take the tip of it off. It ain't like a table saw where you're feeding it through, and all of a sudden you get kickback and it pulls your hand into it and like slices your hand right in half. And it has happened, and I've seen it. Same with a freaking miter box. Radial arm saw. Saw a guy freaking cut his whole arm off with a radial arm saw. Like literally right across the wrist. Gone. He sewed it back on. Sort of worked. My neighbor, the guy I used to work for out back, used a chop box, sliding miter box, and literally was holding it like this when he went to pull, like an idiot. And the minute he did it, he's like, what a dumbass I am. And it caught a knot and went right through his hand. Cut his hand right in half. Cut like half of his pinky and across all his knuckles here. Cut his fingers right off. We grabbed them and bagged them and took him to the hospital. And they sewed him back on. 6 weeks later, he was back working. They were stiff. They never worked right again, but just like mine are. Mine were taken off by a car accident, though, not stupid saws. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say I've never cut myself with a saw, because I have cut myself with a saw, but I've never, I'm pretty good at not being that dumb. I'm pretty dumb, but here's the key. I am dumb. I just know I'm dumb, so I take precautions against me being dumb. Does that make sense? It's kind of flat spot. It does. That goes on there. And then I gotta crank it. This thing is cast iron. This wheel. This is freaking cast iron. That is unreal. It's kind of almost unnecessary, but it's kind of nice. It weighs a ton. I need an Allen key for that. Where are my Allen keys? I just moved everything around over here. I organized, so now I can't find anything. I'm not kidding you. I literally organized everything the other day, so now I can't find anything. I had them out. I was using them. I said, "Oh, this is a great place for the Allen keys," and never to be seen again. Where the hell did I put them? Okay, those are all the other ones, but I know those are all too big for that. Alrighty then. What did I do with them? Good job organizing there, Tommy boy. You dumbass. Dumbass. I can't wait for the new that 90s show or that 2000 show or 1990 show or 1980 show or the new that 70s show. It's supposed to be coming out this fall, ain't it? I want to see that. All right, I'm not even going to look anymore because I'm kind of tired. And it's very hot. And I'm sweating my ass off. Actually, I found that one that might work. I'm pretty sure these are metric too, because these are the ones from the CNC machine. And I'm pretty sure it's this one, if I remember correctly. And it's not. And it's too small. Too small. But I think there's another one in here that's just a little bit bigger. And actually, that means the other key handle ones might be big enough. Those are all stars. Which actually, a star will work if it's the right size. People don't realize a star wrench works just fine with an Allen. Matter of fact, if you have a stripped Allen key, Allen bolt, hex bolt, you can use a star to unstrip it. I mean, it's a one-time deal, but you can usually get it out with it. Oh, duh. Hey, where did I put them? Right with all the other ones. Because, that would actually make sense. Freaking dumbass. I'm a dumbass. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. I love to work and I love to play. It's the right size. Must be. Because it tightened. And that puppy's going up and down. Look at that, huh? That's the way she's supposed to go. That's the balls of it. That locks it down. Gotta say, about the cheapest thing I find on here are these knobs. They're kind of a weird way of doing it. I'm not sure I like it. They're like a rubber and they just kind of, I don't know if you can see it. They have it's just a pin, and this is like a rubbery thing, and there's a lip here and a hollow, and it just kind of slides over it. It is rubbery. I was thinking it was more plasticky, and it would break over time, and it still might. But I'd like to see more of a positive knob. And this is the tensioner, and that's the on-board tensioner. Tensioning the blade up. And we're pretty much done. I got to do all the fine adjustments now, but I need a blade in it to do it. And a 2x4 challenge. Wait, seriously? Seriously for what? What am I missing? I missed a whole bunch of chat. What have I been doing? 2 hours and 17 minutes. It's actually not bad. I mean, in all reality, if I didn't, think about how many times I had to sit down because of my leg and BSing with you guys and just goofing off. I think I could have had this thing built in like less than an hour if I just did it. Pretty nice. It's pretty big. Honestly, though, all set up, it's not as big as I thought it was. I mean, it's still big. It's bigger than this one that the camera is sitting on. For all the new people, the camera is actually sitting on my other older, smaller. It's actually the same size, but it's smaller. That makes sense. 14-inch bandsaw. They're both 14-inch. The 14-inch, if you don't know, is the size of these wheels. That's what a bandsaw is measured by. These are 14-inch wheels. It's a 14-inch bandsaw. This is called a 1412 because not only does it use 14-inch wheels, but it is one of the very few that has a 12-inch throat that I can cut logs on. I can literally take logs. That's what this thing is for. You literally take a tree log out of your yard and cut the bark off of it and make lumber out of it. Yep, I got a grizzly. That's what this is. It's a 30th anniversary grizzly. 30th or 20th? 30th. It's like 20 years old. What year is this thing exactly? Should say on it somewhere. The motor probably says on it. When was this thing built? Oh, it's not even that old. 2014. March of 2014. It's not as old as I thought it was. Newer. I thought it was like a 2000. It's 10 years newer than I thought it was. I thought Grizzly was older than that. Yeah, resaw bores in half. That's resawing. Yep, that's what that is. It's a resaw saw. That's what that puppy is. Yes, sir, Bob. Now I just gotta wait for a blade. They really can't set level or anything till I have a blade in it, and the blades won't be here until Sunday. I got a whole 24 hours, 48 hours before I can play with it. Hopefully my brother will come early. I'm gonna have to send him a freaking text message. Time to put some tools away. Two more years to the 40th anniversary edition. Yeah, I think they've actually hinted on that. I thought it was 50th anniversary. I knew they were talking about doing another anniversary edition. I've seen little hints online and stuff about it. Um, I don't know if it's true or not, but there has been. But that could just be, people posting, oh, make a freaking 50th anniversary edition. So, trying to make them do it. That makes sense. One of those. If I say they're going to make a 40th or 50th anniversary one, they're going to, just because I said they are. So now they feel they have to, kind of thing. Which is what I have a feeling some of it is. But this is actually not the right wrench for this kit. I just forgot about that. This, and this go in the other room because they're mechanics tools, not woodworking tools. And I really don't use mechanics tools all that much. I do use them, so I have them. I don't use them all that much. Over there, I can turn the light off. Oh, Mom's car's still outside. I'm going to bring the other car in. It's still outside. Not that it matters. It's not like it's going to rain or anything. Windows aren't even open, so even if it did rain, it wouldn't hurt it. Anyway, I think at this point, I'm going to kill the stream because I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup, which I'm going to do while I'm telling you I'm going to kill the stream. And I'm going to kill the stream. And thanks all for showing up. Like and subscribe and all that funny crap that everyone always tries to tell you to do. That is a Laguna bandsaw. I have one last pack of screws and I'm not quite sure where they go. A lot of bags of garbage. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Well, I didn't even swear and cuss all that much. I don't think I actually did any serious swearing and cussing. It actually went pretty smoothly. I think the most irritating part were the trunnion bolts, which they always are. It's true of any bandsaw. And I think I'm going to take them off. And actually, I'll do them to this first because I thought about it before. And raid someone. I can't raid it because I can't run StreamYards and watch Twitch on this old laptop at the same time. It just chokes it. So I'm literally only running StreamYards, which I can't raid out of. It's just StreamYards. It's not actually Twitch. So I can't raid. How do you do the command raid? I have no idea how to do any of that. Not a clue, girl. Mods can raid? Oh, I got plenty of mods. Any of you mods here? I don't mind raiding. There's got to be a bunch of people freaking streaming right now. There usually is. Which is why I usually don't stream now, because there's a dozen other people streaming. There's no point in competition. And not that I really care. It's just there's no point in it. I'm not that. I only stream because I got nothing else to do. If someone else is streaming, I got something else to do. I love the start-stop button on this thing. No. Pull. It's got a light. This thing turns green when you pull it. It's like a big round. I cut my hand off button. I want to get one for the table saw. I don't like the power on and off button for the table saw. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to kill it. Any of the mods here want to click the rady thing, know how to do any of that, go right ahead. If not, I'm just going to kill it. There's enough videos. Who's on tonight? Who is on tonight? Anybody good on? Anybody around? I'm assuming like I can't even think. Perillo's probably streaming. Loyal's probably streaming. Maker Deck's always streaming. Those Maker Deck people. I mean, they're always on. You can never get rid of them Maker Deck. No. Maker Deck's always streaming. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to kill it. See yous. Y'all have a good night. I will probably see you on one of the other streams because I'm going to go in and take a quick shower and then probably go watch somebody else's stream and shut everything down in here. Bring my mother's car in. Anyway, Chris is rescuing a bird. Okay. Why am I picturing Big Bird? Why am I picturing Chris at Sesame Street? Anyway, on that note, y'all have a good night.